Hey, it's Chris, and today I've got what appears to be the very first review of Vizio's brand new 2017 36-inch 5.1 SmartCast soundbar system. And this is something that I was able to do because Vizio was cool enough to send it over to me so early. So this is definitely a good day to be a subscriber. This is Vizio's 2017 flagship soundbar system, and what that means is that it's packing some awesome features, some powerful sound, and an amazing price at just $250. Let's talk about the sound first. This is a 5.1 channel system, which means it's got 3 speakers packed into the soundbar itself, 2 satellites, and a subwoofer. The range on this system is impressive. It goes as high as 101 decibels and as low as 20 hertz. So that means when there's an explosion and something rumbles, and it really does, then you're gonna feel it almost. And when there's a whisper, you're gonna hear that in really clear detail. I'm not joking here. There's less than 1% total harmonic distortion. That's awesome. One of my favorite features is that Chromecast is built right into this system. So that means you can cast audio from sources like Spotify, Pandora, YouTube Music, Plex, iHeartRadio, and many more. And all of this can be controlled through Vizio's SmartCast app. Obviously, as you might expect, that means that this sound system pairs perfectly with Vizio's TVs. And by the way, if you missed my review of the M-Series TV just a few videos back, you're gonna wanna make sure to go check that out too. But I also tested this out with my Samsung KS8000, and it paired perfectly with that TV as well. So it's pretty versatile. Something that is really awesome and that a lot of you are gonna appreciate is that this sound system actually works with Google Home. So you can control it by saying, "Okay, Google." Of course, if you just wanna use it with regular old Bluetooth, you can. I've done it and it works really well, so that's definitely a plus. Another really great feature about this system is that the subwoofer connection is completely wireless. Now, there are cords that connect the satellites to the subwoofer, but still, you're really cutting down on your wires with this setup, and that is awesome. It is worth mentioning that it only took me between 10 and 15 minutes to get this fully set up and working. Part of the reason this was so easy to set up is that everything was very clearly labeled and the instructions were super easy to follow. Another reason this was so easy to set up is that I was able to get everything hooked up using just one HDMI cable, which was included. And you can do the same thing if you have an ARC HDMI port on your TV as well. Obviously, using just one cable is a good way to cut down on clutter, but another big bonus is that you'll also get the very best sound connection using that HDMI versus other connection options that are included in the box. Now, the included remote is fairly basic, and that's okay. It's solid and it works well, and it has a nice little screen that shows you what's going on, which a lot of remotes don't. But what I really like is the way I've got things set up using the HDMI, I can actually control the sound system and my TV using most of my other remotes. Now, in terms of controls, aside from that remote, there are some buttons on the soundbar itself which are pretty basic and straightforward to use. There are also some white lights on the front of the soundbar, which are used to show you the volume and the pairing mode status, and no, these are not on all the time, so they're not gonna bug you in a dark room. Now, there are a couple different ways that you can situate this soundbar in your setup. You can let it lay flat on your TV console, even though the best place to mount it is so that it's ear level, or you can mount it on the wall. And the cool thing is, if that's appealing to you, it comes with the wall mounting hardware. As you might have hoped for, you can mount the 2 satellites on stands, but those stands are not included. In my opinion, this system sounds pretty great. When I crank it all the way up, I don't get distortion, and I can hear details that I just wouldn't hear otherwise. So I would say if you're looking for a new home theater system, especially one that's very affordable, and especially if you're just watching shows with your TV's built-in speakers, then this is gonna be a huge, huge upgrade for you, like a game changer. This is even gonna be an upgrade compared to many other soundbars. Like, I was testing one recently and it was just the soundbar. It made a lot of promises, didn't have any satellites, no subwoofer, and compared to this Vizio system, it's just disappointing. As a reviewer, I wish there was almost something that I could say negative about this system, but the closest that I'm gonna get is to say I wish that the satellite speakers were wireless as well, like the subwoofer. That would be pretty cool and be even less cluttered. All right, guys, I think that's it for this video. I'm gonna go enjoy this sound system right now. If you wanna pick one up yourself, I'll leave the link down in the description. Otherwise, I'll catch up with you in the next video. Later.